Hey, this is Drew RIZZO from MIDNITE HELLION, and you are listening to Rockum Radio.
Well, Drew, let me start this interview telling you congratulations on the release of your new studio album, Kingston Immortal.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. How do you feel about it?
We're very proud of it. We're happy how everything came out from the beginning to the end of it. It was a lot of fun going in for the entire experience of it. We were up at Pyramid Sound Studios with Alex Perriellos in Ithaca, New York for 6 days.
Okay.
And we literally lived in the studio the entire time. And just having that living experience for doing a record without any other distractions. And none of us are from that area either. So we're like 5 hours from home.
Wow.
So all we did was focus on the record. And it was so much fun doing that.
Wow. So you record the album in 6 days. Wow.
Yep. Yeah, it was literally 11 a.m. until some nights 2 a.m.
Oh,
going all for one.
That's a full-time job. That's a full-time job. Oh, my God. So, who was a producer of the record? Who oversaw the mastering process? How was the production process, Drew?
We had Alex Perriellos. He did the production and also the engineering, as well as Michael Parker, who was also an engineer on the record. We had Michael Caparizzo, who's one of Alex's students up at Ithaca College, or former students. Now he's one of the professors there. Actually, now the department head.
Wow.
So he replaced Alex over at Ithaca College since Alex had retired. But Michael Caparizzo had done the mastering for us, as well as some additional recording. We had Daniel Bacigalupi from Infrasonic Sound actually do the vinyl lathe cutting, or lacquer cutting rather, and that was down in Nashville. And from there, it went. The lacquer went over to California, and then finally got pressed over at Third Ram Records in Detroit. So it's actually done a full tour before we did.
My God! And how was the creative process of this record, Drew? Who wrote the songs, the music? What can you tell me about it?
The songs themselves, it's pretty much a collaboration between myself and Rich Kubik, the bassist and singer. Both of us play guitar as well. So what we do is we just go into a rehearsal space with guitars only and just create from there. Our lead guitarist, Charles Kegler, he actually joined the band about 2 months before we entered the studio. So he only really contributed towards the some of the arranging as well as the lead work and harmonies. But next time around, we're definitely going to get him involved with the collaboration for our third record. Lyrically, it's between myself, Rich, and my fiance had also helped with the lyrical writing as well with this one.
Oh, great. Fantastic. And Drew, are there any difference between Kingston of Immortal and your previous record, Condemned to Hell? What can you tell me about it?
I would say the biggest difference between both of them is the way that they were recorded, because the Condemned to Hell was done in a way where it's more of done as time committed, so it took a lot longer to get done because just of arranging schedules, and we felt that some of the energy wasn't conveyed as well on that record for that sole reason. Where it was like, okay, well, we're going in one day this week, and then next week we can do maybe 2 days, and 3 weeks later we can get in another day, and so on and so forth. Versus Kingston Immortal, where we were able to go in, just block out the time, and get it all done in 6 days. So we were able to capture the energy a lot quicker in that sense, and capture the moment of time, I think. Also, too, with Kingston Immortal, with the exception of one song, none of the songs had ever been played live before. So with Condemned to Hell, because it was our first record, some of the songs I think suffered some demoitis by the time they actually were recorded. So it just became like, okay, this song again type of feeling versus, okay, yeah, it's a fresh new song, we've only written it a couple months ago, there's more energy, there's more buzz about it, if you will, internally in that sense.
Okay, talking about energy, I listened to your record many times, and in my opinion, Kingston of Immortal is a great record, okay? And every song has its own personality, you know? Thank you, yes. You're very welcome. an own spirit. It's amazing because each song is different, but there's a connection between the songs, and that is fantastic. What is your opinion about that?
I would say it really just became. I'd say the best thing about that is for the connection would be that it's a very organic record where nothing was forced.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that was just a connection in regards to we just kind of let everything flow naturally. So maybe that's just how everything connected in that sense. I'm not really quite sure how it happened, but I'm glad it did.
Oh yeah, for example, the song HMO is faster.
Oh yeah,
it's a crossover between, in my opinion, between heavy riffs and the punk speed atmosphere. Talking about the speed, you know that song, the first song. Then Phantom Land.
Oh yes.
It's a melodic heavy metal song. Rascallion is darker, more traditional heavy metal, more something like Manowar from the first era. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yes, and it's amazing because, for example, you have another great song here, Army of the Dead. That song is beautiful. It's one of the best songs.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Long for the radio station, but great. You know, it's beautiful.
It fills in a little bit of time to get an extra break in there too. Look at it that way.
we need
We might have to get some coffee real quick while I queue it up.
we need a radio edit version for the radio station. 4 minutes.
We might have to trim down from the 8-minute version. Maybe we'll try to do a 5-minute version, but I don't know.
Oh yeah. I have a question for you here. Okay.
Sure.
If you could choose three bands as the most significant influences of this record, what bands would you choose and why?
Ooh. Well, if I told you the actual inspirations for the record, I don't know if you would believe me. But it's actually Michael Schenker Group and 70s and 80s pop is what inspired this record.
Michael Schenker, great.
Yep.
Oh, he's fantastic.
So he would be the one band, I would say. Also, I would have to say New Kids on the Block.
Who?
To be quite honest.
Who?
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block?
Yep.
No, really?
One of the pop groups that we're listening to. I kid you not.
Step by Step. That song?
The energy.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Okay, I got it. Well, my.
So, and I would say Shannon.
Okay.
The pop singer.
You okay? Yeah.
So she would, so that would be, I would say those were probably the main influences, where it's just like the pop aspect just kept things fun and upbeat and just having a good time keeping the melody going and all that. And then Michael Schenker, it doesn't really get better than Michael Schenker. Everybody's drawn influence from him. You listen to everything that's come out since the first record of the Michael Schenker Group.
Wow.
You hear all the influences going back to him. You know, you have Megadeth sounds like Michael Schenker, Death Angel sounds like Michael Schenker, all this stuff. Now, even Kiss sounds like Michael Schenker at times.
Well, with New Kids on the Block, you have a lot of energy. In the 80s, they had a lot of energy on the stage. So that's great.
Yep.
Dynamic
Absolutely.
band. Drew, I have another question.
Sure.
What goals would you like to achieve with this new album?
So far, we are actually one where it seems like it's pretty well received. We've been getting a lot of great compliments that it's been coming along well on radio, and that's huge in itself. I'm glad that a lot of people are hearing it, and we're really glad that people are really appreciating it. So that's number one goal, is that, I mean, we made the record to please ourselves, number one, and other people are liking it too, so that's incredible. So we're really happy about that. With regards to actual goals for career-wise, I would say we definitely want to be able to tour on this record worldwide.
Wow.
That's the number one thing at this point, I would say. It would be great to make this as a stepping stone to being able to finally get the band over to Europe, finally come to Canada.
Yes.
Come to Australia, go to Japan, everywhere. We've had fans for over the years of people that have wanted to see us live, and we haven't been able to, unfortunately, but hopefully this record will be the vehicle that will get us there.
Wow.
We'll be riding over in a speed demon.
Wow. So, any plans to come to Canada? Do you know something?
We don't have anything in the works currently, but we definitely want to.
Okay.
That's always been a goal, to come out over and visit you guys over there. And we've unfortunately have yet to actually cross outside of the United States for concerts in general for us. but we definitely have all plans to definitely do so.
Amazing. Drew, now with your second record, Kingdom of Immortal, I'm not considering you a new band because you have 2 records. You are going to the 3rd album, okay? I have a question to you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. My question is, if you could change anything in the music industry, what would it be?
I would say to allow opportunities for the newer bands to be heard more.
Okay.
Because if you look at a lot of the press releases that are coming out, everything is just on the same bands. You always see everything on the headlines of Metallica, Kiss, Alice Cooper, for example. And not that they don't deserve press.
Okay.
There's so many bands out there that aren't getting recognition. And we need to change that so that way everybody has a level playing field. Even if you look at like the old concerts, we'll use Kiss as an example. They were one band that was a huge champion of taking the underdogs on the road with them, and you don't really see that much anymore.
So
that, I would say you are like eliminating the buy-on fees. Because that's something that is definitely a newer thing. I mean, like, no new band can afford $50,000 to go on a tour. I mean, not many bands, period, can afford that kind of money. Even like the older bands, like an Atrophy, for example. I don't know if they would be able to come up with $50,000 to be able to play a tour with Megadeth or Kiss or something like that.
Okay.
But they look at like Kiss. They used to bring out the Gods. They brought out Judas Priest. They brought out Iron Maiden on their first tours. And it would be cool to see that camaraderie come back.
Yes, yeah, I think you're right. Because it's like every tour, every year is, it's like that record labels and the promoters, they are more in focus on the classic acts, the classic show, the classic tour. For the 20 years are the same bands. I'm not telling that they are bad. They're really good, but it's like we need more new bands, new shows.
Exactly.
With fresh people, more fresh energy. I'm not telling that they are bad or old. No. But it's like we have to mix the stage,
Yep, I agree 100% with what you're saying, 100%, and that's what it is too. Like those are the bands I prefer to listen to just because that's what I grew up with. I'm more familiar with it. But I still try to dig out the other bands as well, and I think it would be cool to see opportunities of like, okay, we have like this Wasp and Arbor Saint tour coming around with Michael Schenker for a few dates. It'd be cool to see a band that nobody's ever heard of before on the bill as an opening act. Something like that. Like, that'd be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
That way brings this new band to the masses, stuff like that. It's like, we need something more to come out of it, and we need to make it affordable for these bands and profitable too, to be quite honest, for these bands to go out there and not come home broke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Drew, any last words for this interview?
I would say best thing to do is never give up on your dreams, no matter what obstacles are in your way. And that's actually the story behind HMO.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
See you. Good luck.
All right, take care. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.